All right, dinner can be one of the most frustrating meals for families. It's not just picking what you have. You have to shop, prep, food, cook. Then sometimes you're just too tired to actually eat.
Yeah, and you know, you got to please everybody in the house, right? So we're getting some help for busy families from nutritionist Carrie Lupoli. She's back with us to share her top tips to de-stress dinner time. Nice to see you.
It's nice to see you as well. I used to always say, oh my gosh, dinner, it like surprised me every day.
Every day.
And when you have kids and then sports and all of the things, it just feels like it's too much. But it's one of the most important things we have to think about: food, how we fuel ourselves, and how we are staying healthy. So I have learned over the years of working with thousands of women, especially really working to become the healthiest versions of themselves. The whole family thing has to be taken into consideration.
Yeah.
So there's three major things I have found that we struggle with when it comes to dinner, because I think sometimes we don't know why it's such a problem, right?
It just seems overwhelming, right?
It just feels overwhelming. But if we can actually, as a behavior specialist, get it down to what's really going on, the first thing is we have unrealistic expectations for ourselves, especially moms. If we're working outside of the home, we feel like sometimes it has to be this elaborate thing. We just need to just bring it down a notch and realize we don't need to have that. That's one. Two is decision fatigue. By the time we get to the end of the day, just our willpower, our exhaustion, all of that, it's actually scientifically proven for us to not be able to make good decisions at the end of the day.
Okay.
So we're tired and we don't have systems. We might have a routine of dinner, but I don't think we ever think about a system versus a routine.
What do you mean by that?
Well, a routine is what we're doing. We have dinner every night, right? But a system is how we do it.
Yeah.
And I think about even just yesterday, I was at a bagel shop and I watched the whole line of people. I mean, it was in New York City. It was very busy. And yet they had a system to get out all the bagel sandwiches in a way that didn't make it hard.
Right.
And I think we don't do that at home. We don't have systems, standard operating procedures to make it easier.
Well, I think everyone needs a job. And if everybody has a job, just like when you watch those line cooks or everybody in a restaurant, everyone has a job and a unit, and they put things in units. So if you give everyone a job at your home, it probably could facilitate things a lot easier.
Yeah, and I mean, I had teenagers, they're now in college, but yes, I mean, they cooked dinner twice a week. They were responsible for that. But depending on how old your kids are, that may be easier for some than others. But at the end of the day, that we can actually put some standard operating procedures in, so we don't have to think that much. We don't have this decision fatigue, and we don't have to feel overwhelmed or surprised.
So I have to say, Renee, you have, I don't know if it's a foolproof system, but I think a lot of people plan ahead.
We do.
And so you do plan ahead. You have meals for every single day of the week listed out. You know what you're going to have today on Saturday. And maybe that's helpful too. And we talk about meal prepping a lot, but even just when you get home from the grocery store, getting your fruits and veggies and all those things done.
Yes. So I actually talk about meal prep versus meal planning. Okay. Because it gets overwhelming. I remember once I downloaded this thing of a month's worth of freezer meals you could on a Saturday spend, right? So I spent all day one day on a Saturday doing it, and I realized I never want to do this again. I don't want to spend my whole Saturday prepping meals. So meal planning takes me and my family, it's about 10 minutes on a Sunday, and we literally are just planning out, this is what we're going to do. And if we have systems, if we have 5 meals that we rotate through every single week. Again, let's not have unrealistic expectations for ourselves. What are our go-to meals? And then, I always have our grocery pad right on our counter. And as we run out of things, we're writing it down. And then, to be very honest with you, I use Instacart or the meal delivery service, not for my dinners, we cook, but just for my groceries.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to spend hours. I always say, I feel like we could always make more money. We cannot make more time.
Right.
And the time is the biggest thing.
True. And just, I know we don't have a whole lot of time left right now, but there's someone watching and they're going to try to implement what you're doing. We know that's going to be a fact from today. And then they're going to put all these demands on themselves, even though you told them not to. What's one thing you can say to someone at home who wants to feed their family and wants everybody to be happy and have that beautiful meal like you see on some of the TV shows?
Yeah, so I really believe that, well, I know as a nutritionist, we really don't understand food as well as we should. True. And it's just puzzle pieces: protein, fats, and carbs. If we can actually put on our plate every single night, every single meal, a protein, a fat, and a carb is like fruits and vegetables. A carb can be rice. Protein can be chicken and shrimp and meat. And if we can actually just think of that, it's like little puzzle pieces. We are going to fuel our kids and ourselves completely appropriately, effectively, and we're putting something on the plate that really works for our family.
And I think, to your point, having these high expectations are so harmful when really just making sure that everyone's fed is the most important part.
It really is. We can't be running around being like, here, just have a bowl of cereal at the end of the day, right? Or we're just going to do takeout because
like a girl dinner, you can't just have a can of corn or cereal.
Corn is a carb, and if that's what you like, there's not a protein and a fat to it, and you are good to go.
All right, very good. Carrie, thank you so much. If you're looking for more tips, you can give Carrie a follow. Reach out to her, Carrie@carrielupoli.com on Instagram and Facebook, and it's www.carrielupoli.com. Carrie, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.